project overview of our, I'm just going to be calling this our randomized pattern project. You're going to be taking a series of objects of your choice, ideally themed together, and you're going to be creating a pattern out of each object that you choose. Photoshop will then kind of create this randomized algorithm that you see here on the screen where it kind of jumbles them up. I have this broken down into layers. If you look on the right side of my Photoshop here, I can click these out and you can kind of see it as it compiles down from one object to the next. You can reuse them, you could rotate them, etc. But they'll all come together to this like pretty crazy jumbled mess of an object. Things that you'll learn in here, other than the randomizer that we'll be doing with the patterns, is you'll be taking a photo. Let's just use, say, this one here as an example. And you'll be using this thing called Quick Select. It's over here on the left side of the screen. It's a really neat tool. In recent years, it's gotten even more and more advanced. In the old days, you'd have to actually take like a lasso tool and like very carefully try to select something out. That's ridiculous nowadays. Then it became the quick selection, where what that would do is it would start to kind of be a little bit more smarter about how it would select an object. You can see these dotted lines that click around, and it would eventually pick up the object. And it would get pretty close, you know, you would have to probably do some tweaking, but it's a lot better than literally drawing a line around the object. And then nowadays, there's this new one under Quick Select right here in the top that you'll see Select Subject. When you click that, it takes a little bit, but it tries to figure it out for you, and most of the time, it does a really good job. If there's multiple things in the photo, it can get a little confused, so then what you'll have to do is go around and like kind of help it out here by adding or subtracting. In the case here, grabbed a little bit of the straw. You can deselect from its selection as well. So you'll be selecting each object, like so. Let me unselect that. And then you'll be creating them as their own image. After that, you'll be turning them into a pattern. And this is where you probably will be like, what the heck does that, what does he mean by this? Let me eyeball all these out so you're just looking at a white screen. You're going to be going to, I think it's Edit Fill. After you've turned these into patterns, you'll see here I have a folder of all my milkshakes right there. You can pick any one of these, and then you'll be doing a randomized fill to it. And what this does is it gives you a few options, but ultimately it is truly random. You can choose the density, like that's how many of them are there. Let's go nuts with this one, 5.3. The minimum that you'll be able to choose per object is like the smallest one possible. And then the maximum is what's the largest of these objects in this case. The density here is taking a while to load. There we go. I'm going to up the maximum a lot so you can get a good idea of this, and who knows what we'll get in all honesty. And then after this loads, we'll hit OK and we'll see what we get. Due to the nature of this project, you might not like some of the results that you get, but it's quick, it's easy, so you can just kind of redo it until you're happy. And now it's filling them up. There we go. I have, you know, a few scattered around the screen right there. You'll be able to kind of go in and add to them, like, you know, throw in multiple and multiple, and eventually it'll fill the whole screen. Should be a pretty cool, fun, easy project. You're going to be starting off by researching at least 6 photos. I have 1, 2, let me go the other way around, I guess. I have 1, 2, I'm using this one twice because I'm using 2 milkshakes from that photo. 3, 4, 5. Oh, well, and then the double up. So, anyway, 6 total objects. Be jamming them all together into one crazy amalgamation. Right. Actually, that might look better with it. Right there. Alright, guys. In video 1, I'll call this video 0, you'll be starting your research and saving your files. Enjoy!